Hey, welcome back to Who Knows. I keep saying who cares. I
Who
should stop
cares?
saying that.
Welcome back to Hoonies.
Today we're going to talk about. Oh my god, thanks, Aaron.
Yeah.
Today we're going to talk about
Endgame.
Endgame. What do you think of Endgame, Aaron?
I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Can I ask you a series of probing questions about it?
I suppose, sure.
What was your favourite colour in
That's
Endgame?
What's my
Thanos
favourite one?
purple.
The Thanos purple, yeah.
Yeah, they trademarked it like Cadbury.
They did, honestly. My question is, so Aaron, you thought it was a great movie. So, do you think it's the best Marvel movie? Let's start off with that.
Look, once again, I think it's a really great culmination of everything Marvel has done over the past 10 years.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's, like, the best one. Not saying that it's bad, I just don't think it's, like, top quality Marvel.
What disappointed you?
It's not that anything disappointed me. It's just it
But-
wasn't like because they had Infinity War, and it's like, well, how can you top that? How can you top Infinity War?
Apparently I have to watch Infinity War now. If that's the best one.
Well, you have to watch Infinity War to watch Endgame, because Endgame is literally like the part 2.
Because I just
Yeah.
skipped straight to the...
Personally,
looked it up
I
online.
think Infinity War is better than Endgame.
Hmm.
All right,
that's-
next question, Aaron. Do you think it deserves to be, I believe it is the 12th top-rated movie on IMDb of all time?
12th?
Top-rated movie of all time. That's what it's
Oh.
at right now.
I think it should be further up there.
Do you think
I
it should
think
be
I think-
higher up there?
What is
I
in the
think
top
it
12?
deserves- yeah,
Or the
Maybe.
number one is like the Shawshank Redemption.
see, okay, so I thought you were talking about highest grossing. No,
No, highest grossing, and we'll talk about next.
It's like number
okay,
2.
I think
It is number
12,
two.
12 is actually pretty decent for
Out of every
Endgame?
film ever. Do you think it belongs there?
yeah, I think
Really?
it deserves to be at number 12.
Really? Because it's among the same the likes of like The Godfather and stuff like that.
Well,
The Dark
it does
Knight
have a
and-
really like excellent, like the whole film is really decently choreographed and everything. So
Okay.
I don't think it's I mean, honestly, I really couldn't care about where it is, but you know, it's a decent film. I really enjoy it. So you know, I think the fact that it's at number 12 is because it's like the culmination of 10 years work.
I suppose you've also got to think there are a lot of movies ever made.
Well, that's the thing.
And that's
like out
yeah,
of
to be number 12 is pretty good. That's a good
pretty
achievement.
freaking good, dude.
Yeah.
Personally, I think it's going to go down because like I think that there is definitely, and that's not to say anything about
Early
anyone
hype
here,
about it.
but yeah, I think that there is a bit of like hype reviewing.
Yeah,
Because there are a lot of people saying this is by far the greatest movie of all time, and I am not being hyperbolic. And I go, it's. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm too much of a film critic, but I don't quite feel the same.
Yeah.
Finally, then, yes. Where do you think it should be in terms of the highest grossing film of all time? Do you think it should be there? Should it be number 2? Should it be
Yeah.
number 1?
definitely number 1. It's like,
I 100% agree.
yeah.
I think it should be the highest grossing
What is
film
number
of all
1?
time. Avatar.
Oh my
Avatar.
god. Yeah, put Endgame on number 1.
Yeah. Here's the thing, okay? I think I was talking to you about this, Aaron, the other day. But Avatar is number 1, I think, due to just being in the right place at the right time.
Yeah.
But Endgame, the fact that it's made it this far, despite the enormous barrier for entry, there's a badass bucket over here. If I distract it, or actually maybe I can.
Barrier
You
for
can
entry.
hit its butt. Well, you have to watch 15 movies in order to fully appreciate it. I think I think the fact that it's gotten so big, despite that, oh my god,
Ooh.
Jesus
Should
Christ!
we let it be a thing?
Yeah, let's let it be a thing.
I thought we were going to talk about why Avatar is such a successful movie, because by itself, what's the appeal?
Nothing.
Yeah, no, but I mean, like, in 2009 or whatever it was when it came out, was there something about it that people were
Yeah,
drawn
it's
to?
because
The-
it was
the
like
3D and the
big
visual
3D
effects.
experience.
Yeah.
Oh,
It was like the
yeah.
not the oh my god, there's another super badass.
No, there isn't.
Oh, well.
Yeah, it probably did pretty much. It probably did set the bar in terms of visuals. But they just look like people with face makeup. I don't know what else they did.
They were completely CGI. Well, I mean, like, they had the bodysuits and all that, but then they CGI'd them in.
Alright.
Big blues. But it's the 3D effects and stuff, and it's like...
Yeah, 3D, and like people paid more money to see it in 3D, which is why it made the 2 million when it was.
It's a 2 billion.
Oh, sorry, 2 billion. Sorry.
2 million. Excuse me.
I think right now. Yeah. Oh shit! I didn't level up.
Fuck.
Yeah, fucking hell! God damn it! I think. God. Avatar is at 2,700,000,000, and Endgame is at 2,500,000,000.
When did it come out? When did it in the theaters? When did it come out?
Which one?
Endgame.
Like 3 weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
And so that's why it's probably going to pass Avatar, because that's how much Avatar made in its entire life.
That's a big boy.
Oh yeah.
It's an ultimate badass biker.
Yeah, he's whatever.
He's
Just because I'm doing nothing to him doesn't mean anything. Did you have other questions about Endgame? Or are we going to talk about spoilers? So should we, like, what do you want to ask, Aaron? Oh god.
See.
I'm asking you, Mabini.
Yeah, we'll just go straight into spoilers.
Well, it's fiddlesticks.
Aaron,
Now we gotta let them know it's spoiler talk.
As a person who has read the comics, how do you feel about the decisions they made in terms of the story?
Well, to be fair, I haven't actually read the original, like, Infinity War comic series.
But I've only got my encyclopedia, but to go straight to the point, Iron Man didn't die in the comics, and neither did Black Widow.
Yeah, but they had to make, like...
Yeah, well, I mean, it was a good decision to...
20-year
high stakes move.
Obviously, they had some characters there and, like, some ambitions there that they couldn't go with in the cinematic universe because those characters weren't established, etc. Look, I think they did the best with what they had in terms of, like, characters and decisions. Yeah. Honestly, I don't really see a problem with it.
Yeah.
Like, I think they did, like, really, really well.
Yay!
I suppose that's the important disconnect between the comics and the movies. Is that in the comics it sort of fulfills that idea of the protagonist never dies, but in the films it's in any medium it's important to give a sense of mortality to everything that's going on. And so I haven't seen the movie, but I know what happens at the end of it, and so that's a good move. That's the thing that Liam and I have discussed is when you write a story, you got to make sure there's a sense of mortality about each character, and that they're not going to just live forever. It has to make sense.
Well, the thing is with writing, and this is kind of a whole different topic in its own, but I have this... My thing is that when it comes to death in your story, it can be one of the most powerful elements because it can elicit a lot of emotions and investment. But if you abuse that power...
You have to get a decent balance.
Because people bring characters back from the dead, and it's just like, I should probably sell some stuff.
Well, that's what they sort of did in Marvel Comics in some areas. The time travel and zombies and stuff like that.
Yeah. Don't even get me started on the time travel.
And the number of times that Captain America died in the comics. I'm like...
Oh, yeah.
Did he die on the comics?
Yeah.
Oh, he's died a fair few times.
Yeah, like at least 2 times.
Yeah. Sounds like his problem.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Well, there's a legendary thing over here.
What is it?
Grenade. It's the lobbed quasar.
Oh, that's
E equals MC over Omega. What the fuck? We should talk about, if we're going to talk about Endgame, by the way, I should keep it all in this one episode.
Right.
So, if you have any other extremely spoilerific questions...
Extremely racist remarks.
Because Aaron and I have both seen it, and Aaron thinks it's the best movie of all time, and I think it's the worst movie of all time.
Liam, what did you think of the time travel?
I thought it was really good until the end, and then they ruined it.
How?
Okay, well, we're going to get into this then. Very well. So the thing is they actually establish that the time travel theory that they use is that they go to alternate timelines in order to make the timeline work. That's how they can steal things from the past but have it not really affect the future. There are even parts in the thing where like they actually just completely and utterly fuck up some other timelines. Because for instance, they just let Loki escape with with the Tesseract, which I guess they just do that then. This is badass. So that's how it works. Is they don't actually go back in time; they go to different timelines, right? So whatever the effects that they do in those times, it doesn't affect their own. So they can do whatever they want, despite the fact that someone was like, "Please don't fuck up our timeline," and then they were like, "Let's do it anyway." However, it doesn't make much sense at the very, very end because that was fine because everything they did in the past didn't make a difference to the future, right? That's fine. They even kill Thanos again because that makes sense. I mean, it does in the sense that I was talking about, but I think it's kind of... And so, but at the very end, Captain America, he goes back to return them all to the different timelines that they took them from, right? They took the Infinity Stones from. But he then decides to stay in the past and become an old man. And then they see him as an old man on the bench, which doesn't make any sense at all because he became an old man and went back in time to a different timeline. So he wouldn't be there in the timeline that they are in right now. So how did he get back as an old man? Doesn't make sense. Understand, did you?
Yeah.
So basically what I'm trying to say is it was okay.
It was.
The time travel aspect.
It was.
I've seen worse.
Hitting all the right marks until the end.
Pretty much. And I know why they did it, okay? It was a nice moment.
Okay.
They wanted to, close off his story, and I liked it. It was fine. But, if you want to talk to me in terms of, actual good time travel story writing, it didn't do it, but that's fine. The only thing that really annoys me about it is the fact there's actually a scene in the movie where they acknowledge how time travel works and even explain why they can't just go back in time and kill Thanos as a baby and stuff. But at the very end, they just throw that idea out the window. And it's kind of like, if you didn't acknowledge it, I wouldn't have been mad. God damn it, no. What do you think of the time travel, Aaron?
There was, some slight fuck-ups. But, I mean, like you say, it wasn't the worst time travel writing that they've ever done.
I understand why they did it. They bent it so the story would be nice at the end, and I like that. It's fine for me. I understand it. I accept it. It's not accurate, but people aren't there for accuracy. Most people don't understand time travel at the best of times, so it's fine. You want to see a movie with good time travel? Watch Prisoner of Azkaban. You want to see a movie with really bad time travel? Watch Looper.
I was gonna say watch Meet the Robinsons.
I haven't seen Meet the Robinsons. Is it bad?
If you love time travel, don't. But otherwise, it's a fantastic film. It's just that you would hate the time travel mechanics.
I thought it was all about time travel. You want to know a really good time travel movie? Friggin' Mr. Peabody and Sherman.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh.
I like it a lot. It's one of those films that I just really, really enjoy, despite being for very, very small kids. If I remember correctly, the time travel was pretty good in that film. And made kind of sense, I think. I don't know. I'll have to watch it again.
Your
Actually,
review just died
I actually
down.
think I own it on Blu-ray because I like it that much.
It's a 10 out of 10 into... it's a 5 out of 10.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Is that's what I mean. That's why I think that Endgame is the worst film of all time, because I take away 10 points from any movie where the time travel doesn't work to my specific circumstances. So as a result, I gave it a 0. I gave it a negative, but we won't talk about it.
I also like this other bit, so it's a negative 1 out of 10.
Exactly. Worst movie I've ever seen. Has the thing gone off?
Yeah,
I think.
yeah, it did.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, no.